It's a little hazy today. At least in LA. It's Mother's Day today. In case you weren't aware or had forgotten, it's Mother's Day. And that probably brings up maybe all kinds of feelings for all the different people. I still have my mom. I'm pretty happy about that. And grateful. I haven't called her yet, though. Hi.
Morning.
Morning. Usually when I'm walking around town, if women are walking by, I don't know what it's like elsewhere in other cities or in the countries, but generally women don't want to be talked to, I think, when men are walking by. At least this is just the vibe that I get. And so I kind of won't even make eye contact and I just leave them alone. A lot of times, especially if it's evening, I'll cross to the opposite side of the street so that they know it's like no threat. It's like I don't want to be near them or around or bother them. But sometimes people do seem. That's not with dudes. That's generally just with females because it's like I wouldn't want to be walking around. I don't know. I don't even know really what I'm saying right now. But it's nice sometimes where when I'm walking by and just doing my walks, when people want to say hi and be friendly. And it feels nice. Oh, the sun feels amazing today. Yeah, I've kind of got like feelings coming up a little bit because I'd actually kind of was planning on going home. When I say home, I mean going to visit my parents. That was never my home, but going to visit my parents for Mother's Day. And then I kind of screwed up and I took a job coming up this next week. And so I couldn't leave town. And I really like working. I really like doing front of house and being a sound guy and like being able, I don't know, it's a really rewarding thing to do for me. And it makes it way trickier, especially when I've been working on this app kind of just nonstop. And that's just like, I think the most important thing to me. It's still really hard. I found it to be almost impossibly hard to say no to people when there's like one paying work. It's hard to turn down paying work. And also when it's with people I enjoy working with. And it's work that I like doing. Anyway, the thing on top of that, and so I kind of like, I'm grateful that I have the work and I'm really happy to be doing that. I'll be working with a new artist and it's not too long. I have a little bit of feelings today because, hi, I have a little bit of feelings today because it'd be nice to be taking a walk with my mom and my parents today. But instead, I'm over here in Los Angeles watching a dog take a poop. Dogs pooping is just always going to be the funniest thing to me. Actually, one time I was at the beach, and there's these little beach squirrels over at the beach. I'm trying to think of which that one was. I guess that was the names of beaches are avoiding my brain right now. But go for it, go for it. Good. And there's these beach squirrels. Oh, there's a little doxy coming down, a little long-haired. There's these beach squirrels, and I can't remember if I was feeding them peanuts that day or not. Because sometimes I'll just keep peanuts in my car, and so I can go out and feed them when they come by. But one of the squirrels came like right up to me. I was just like hanging there, which is abnormal. They don't usually hang around unless I'm actually like feeding it something immediately, and then they will take a peanut and then like run, scamper away, scurry away. The squirrel comes up. He's within like probably a foot's length of my foot, so less than 12 inches. And he's kind of like digging around. He's kind of just messing around in the dirt. And then he starts digging, and I'm like, "Yo, I don't think there's any food in there." And then he turns around from me, and then I see him hunched over, basically like dogs do. And I realize, "Yo, you're pooping." And he did it the exact same way dogs do, where he like turned away from me and just like hunched over and was like squeezing out a little turd. And I was like, all right, dude. What's funny is my first thought is my first blip of a thought was to get kind of like indignant. Like, don't come take a shit near me. And then also I almost felt a little like honored that he felt safe enough that he would like do the dog thing and get close enough and then turn the other way around, almost like I'm going to protect him. I'm going to watch his six, and did his business. Didn't know that story was coming out today, but that's what apparently was on my brain. Have you said hi to your mom yet today? And said thank you? I guess if you like being alive. If you don't like being alive, vibes. I can understand that too. But I imagine it takes a lot of work to like, pop someone out and then having to like raise them however you do it. I can't even imagine being like responsible for like keeping a little baby human alive all the time. Like you don't really get any breaks. Well, I mean, yeah, you definitely may know. I don't know. I just saw a comment. I just woke up, gonna FaceTime my mother soon. I love that. That's good. I actually still haven't even FaceTime mine. But mine, I imagine, was in church. May still be in church at this point. They go to church, my parents. And so then there's this window on Sundays where, well, I don't need to tell all their business. I was going to say there's a window of when it's best to call. So I'm going to talk to them soon. Hi. I like all the hellos and highs. How are you doing this morning? One of the comments, mine is at church right now too. Yeah, people be going to church. I guess it's a good thing to do. This is my church right here, right now. I wonder where I'm going to walk today. Oh, someone commented, good. Good. I'm glad you're having a good day. I'm having a pretty good morning, actually. I'm taking my morning walk a little bit later than what I normally do. Not terribly long, but I was kind of meditating this morning, and then I was. And then when I woke up, I was just looking around my room, and sometimes when you especially with meditating, you just I get to see things with like a fresher perspective. And I just see my bedroom is like a mess for me, where I'm just like, there's just clothes everywhere. Clothes is my worst. I'm a relatively, I think, clean person and organized and keep stuff around. I definitely have a thing where like I just drop half-worn clothing items all over around, and I kind of spread them around because sometimes it's like, well, I might want to wear that again. It's like I wasn't done with that, but it turns into a big mess across my bedroom. And I saw that fresh this morning when I like opened my eyes, and I was like, we can dial this in a little better. And so then I started tidying up that, and then kind of reorganizing my closet a little bit. We're gonna go down one more street this way, I think. Excuse me. Now I spent about maybe 15 minutes doing that. But it was a little bit of a departure from my normal scheduled plans, but it felt pretty good to do it. Sometimes I have a weird thing where I'm like, I'll have this plan of what I expect the day to be and what I'm supposed to be doing, and then other things can come up, or I'll see other potential things that I can do. And I'll have to always decide on the fly, really in every given moment of every given day. It's like, okay, are we going to stick to the plan that we had in our brain if we can remember it? Which that can get tricky for me, remembering what the actual plan was. And then, or are we going to pivot and do this other thing because this feels more important right now? And that's actually like all day of every day for me, is plan of where Justin was thinking and what he intended for the day, or do we like adjust and pivot into what's right now? And sometimes it's fun to be making those decisions and having those, and then other times it's a little stressful. Because the other part of my brain will just get going and be like, well, we don't want to mess this up. We only get today once. We need to do it right. I talk to myself as a we a lot. I don't know how normal or abnormal that is, but that's what happens. I can't remember if like my body cracked as much, like stretched out and did all the things when I was younger, or if I just learned how to like crack my joints and stuff, especially like my back. Like when I get up in the morning, I can like stretch out my back this way, and I'll basically like crack it like 3 or 4 times, which feels really good. But then I'll wonder, I'm like, is it supposed to be doing that? Sometimes also if I'm in the gym, if I'm doing like arm raises like this way, any type of like lateral thing here, it will be, I'll get cracks for like the first like, there's like something like pivot in my like arm joint where I'm like the first few bits I'll be like, that doesn't feel very good. And then I'm like, am I like breaking down stuff that needs to be broken down? Kind of like lubing up my arm joints a little bit. There's a comment here. What up, bro? I'm some guy from a few years ago. You still do anything with music? I remember you. I definitely remember had that project, and I was checking out some of your songs. Uh, I'm not calling out your name because it's like, for privacy reasons. But yeah, I totally remember you. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing very well, and I hope you're still either doing music or whatever is important to you that you love and enjoy. So I actually have, I was saying earlier in this, I'm actually taking one more audio job this next week. I kind of took it on accident. So all I've actually been doing for the past 6 months, almost basically just entirely, is hundreds of, at this point, thousands of hours going into making that app that I've been working on. You've probably seen it. Because that just feels like the most important thing to me. And, but I had an audio job come up doing front of house for an artist. I actually haven't worked with this artist before, but I've worked with the music director and and the guitarist on this project, and also the bassist will be on this project next week. So it's really hard for me to turn down work like that because I like it, and it's paying in things that pay money. It's this weird thing where you like have to have money to do life, and yeah. So I did take this one job that I have for this next week. So I'm still doing some music stuff. I don't do that much writing right now, but I do play. I have an acoustic guitar that I keep around and do stuff with. The comment is, yes, I love your passion for that app. Super duper inspiring. Okay, question. Have you tried it? So, and I've been finding this because I just had coffee with one of my really good friends the other day. And he's like, dude, I love your videos. I love the things that you're doing. It's so fun to watch. And then everyone I talk to, it'll be like, oh, when I ask if they've tried it, not everyone, but a lot of people ask if they tried it. And they're like, oh yeah, I've been meaning to, or whatever else. And I find that they need and maybe this is the way humans are, they need like a personal invitation. So, personal invitation. Oh, it's so loud right now, but things. Personal invitation from me to you. Try it. The reason, and I'm not saying this in any type of like push. I mean, I guess it is kind of a pushy thing, and it almost is like as a personal favor. Try it out because it's what I've been spending all my time on. Could almost be like a piece of music or something. But also, the reason I've been working so much on it is because I've seen it help so many people at this point, and I get the conversations I have with people that use it are like, one, oh, this is so simple. Oh, this is so easy. Oh, I've been through, and seems to help anyone. I've had like therapists and like licensed professionals check it out as for like testing, and also people that like really struggle with like depression and things like that. And people will be like, you know what? I've been on medication. I've had therapy. I've had all these different things. And what I get the most optimistic and seem to have like the most changes in using this thing. And it's really simple. So, personal invitation from me to you. Try it. I think, and also, you may like it, you may not, but I think that you will. I think it is helpful. And I made it for you. Truly. Let me see these comments. I'm not, but I think I totally should see what it's about. Hell yeah. Okay, you're on the right path. Please try it. I'll let you know. I think. Comment. You gave me the time of day a while ago. I got you, bro. I don't think you'll be disappointed. This is the thing too, where like I'm about 8 or 9 years into using this every day. And I used to be in really kind of like dire straits. I really got my feelings hurt. I got taken advantage of. I felt like working in music, um, working more like recording industry, that side of the industry of it. And he was like, he re- I should make fun of people. I'm sure that was a great conversation. And actually, maybe y'all couldn't even hear it, and then I just look like an ass, which is fair. Anyway, that app, the idea for it wasn't even, I didn't even feel like I came up with it. I just felt like it was given to me. And now what's funny is I still use it because I keep feeling my life getting better and better and better doing it. And everything I'm able to accomplish and do and try out, I get better and better at doing life because it's there. And I'm like, this is why, and also why I made it, because it's like, wow, more people, it's just useful. Okay, that's enough about that. It just really has changed my life. And then I get to watch it change. I get to see it help other people. And I'm like, okay, more of this. And it's so important where I'm like, I don't want to take on other audio jobs. If I can help other people enjoy their lives more, I'm going to keep pushing that button all fucking day. How can I not do that? So, yeah, that's all it is. It's just enthusiasm, and I want you to have as like fulfilling and good of his life, and feel as good as you can, and it helps do that. Okay, I've talked enough about that. Also, if you're still working on music, I'd be curious to see it and whatever else. Also, hi and bye if you're dipping out. I should just do that regularly for everybody. Thanks for being here and watching. Also, make sure you call your moms and tell them thank you if you like being alive. I guess you could tell them thank you regardless. Morning. Another dog pooping. There's so many dogs pooping. The funniest thing to me would be if humans all came out and just like did their morning walks and just pooped on the little patches of grass that are between the sidewalk and the road. I don't know what that patch of grass is. I bet you there's a term for it. But can you imagine if all the humans came out and did their morning walks and then they just like hunched over and popped a squat? I don't know why that's funny to me, but it is. Well, pooping is funny. I know why it's funny to me. Those flowers are pretty. Check out all these flowers. How do I do this? It's just a rose. I don't think these ones are roses. They're very pretty though. We're gonna go this way. Yeah, it's very pretty out today. I think hummingbirds are my favorite. They have the tiniest little like squeaker chirps, and they just zip around like crazy. And they're like peanut sized. And then they always have like the flashes of colors too. They don't always, but they most of the time do. There are a lot of roses. I think these are roses. A lot of people have a lot of like flower gardens through here. Yeah, that's beautiful. Let me see if you can see this. Just like they have a whole smattering of flowers right on the way to their door. It's beautiful. If you could have any kind of house, any kind of designed house, what would you want? How would you do it? I haven't read like a one-story, almost like pentagon type house, shaped house, all one floor. And basically, and I don't know if this is like this or not, but I basically want it to be set up like the Olive Garden. Like, so I want my home to be set up like the Olive Garden. And the idea, hang with me here for a second. When you first walk in, the kitchen is directly in front of you. There's like a walkway in, you have your entrance. I think there's usually bathrooms, whatever else. You walk in, directly in front of you is like the common area where there's like the bar, which would be the kitchen, and then the actual kitchen where they make the food right in the center. And I think the kitchen really is so much of like a central hub of a home, like where the food is, where a lot of the communal stuff is happening, a lot of the bustle and activity. So that's right in the center, let's say of the pentagon, or maybe it's a square. I don't know. And then there's basically, when you go to the Olive Garden, you have the kitchen in the center, and then there's like two wings you can go off to. And the way I was thinking about it is that kitchen in the center, I'm gonna let these people go. Oh, someone's having a backyard sale. I've never heard of a backyard sale. I've heard of yard sales. 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., a backyard sale. Do you think they sell the same things in a backyard sale as they do in a yard sale? Do you think the prices are better or worse? Okay, so Olive Garden vibes. So kitchen's in the center of the building when you walk in. And then when you take one wing off to the left, basically those would be split up into like lounge living areas on one wing, and then sleeping areas on the other wing. And they would have like step up and step down. So even though it's all one floor, there's like a step of distinction, or some type of like, maybe like ramp. But I don't know, but I like some type of demarcation to be like, okay, you're going into a different zone now. And so that way also, all the loud common areas or like lounge areas or common spaces are totally separated from the sleeping areas. So two wings of the house, all one floor, no steps. Yeah, and so that's what I was thinking, where I kind of got the idea for a potential home at some point, all one story, basically set up like the Olive Garden. I haven't revisited that idea in a few years, so it seems, I still think I kind of like the idea. I also like the idea of in a home, at least how I would do it, if I actually like had time and cared, and frankly other people around. For me, I just keep things about as simple as possible because it's like I don't. Well, I just have other things to do than care about this that are more important. Uh, oh, but I would design every room to be its own decor and like style. So like each room, and I don't think this is that like that groundbreaking of idea. I'm sure someone else has done this, or lots of people. But where it's not just one style through the whole house. You have different styles or different colors or different vibes of each room. And they don't need to match at all. And ideally, I mean, not that they don't need to match at all, they absolutely do not match. That would be the point of it. Because I like a lot of different styles of things. I don't particularly like it when all the styles are mixed in one room though, and then nothing's tied together. That's just like chaos to me. Like I don't want to have like a now that's what I call music house. Like or no, room rather. Like I would each want each room to be like its own album of music, but you don't just want like all of the best things in one room. That's like not the vibe to me, I don't think. Not for me anyway. There's a comment, hello from Moldova. I don't know if I pronounced that right. I don't even know actually where that is. But hi, I'm glad you're here. I feel really ignorant now too, now knowing that I don't know actually even where that is. I'm going to need to look that up. I definitely feel very much like an ignorant American right now. Ignorant United States citizen that doesn't even know where these places are. Honestly, the older I get, the more I'm like, wow, I don't know anything. There's just so much. This is a couple years ago, I was realizing there's like a universe of information in everything. In everything. And so, like, some people, some guys know more about fly fishing than I do about recording music. Or some people know more about, like, I don't even know the terms for it, like beading, like if you like put beads together. Actually, there's probably not just about beading itself, but literally the different types of beads and how they're constructed and what the materials are made out of. There's probably a universe of information, I'm sure there is, in types of beads as there are in. Well, now I'm trying to think of things that I know a lot about, but I think you get the idea. I hope you could hear that. Are you kidding me? I love people's voices. There's so many different kinds. There's so many flavors of everything too. Like people and dogs and flowers and trees and feelings. There's so many flavors. And then also you can kind of like mix flavors together of all kinds of things. That's the wildest thing too, is then it's like all of life is just a whole mix of flavors at any given moment. So it's like I can have like three different people in the room who are all distinctly different flavors, but it's a mix of them. And then the environment you're in, that has its own flavor to it. And that environment you're in is its own mix of flavors. I guess I was just talking about the physical location. But then like the time of day is also a flavor. Life is just this like dynamic flavor mix of all the different things that just changes at every point. That's a beautiful butterfly. Look at this butterfly going. Can I get a picture? Oh no, he's zipping away. He's zipping away. I don't know if we can see him or not. Oh, he's gonna land back down here. Nope, he's just zipping around. And there's like cactuses and wildflowers. I'm not much of a videographer, sorry. I'm learning though. Look at these stalks coming off this cactus here. And there's these little red things coming off this cactus. these type of little plants. It's pretty cool. Okay, I think I want the last few minutes of the walk. I think I just want to have it by myself. I appreciate you hanging with me, though, for this time that you did. It was nice having some company, getting to share some things with you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. If you remember or think to or want to, reach out to your mom and say thank you, and I love you. Oh, speak of. Hi, Mom. I could do the rest of this offline. I love you. I'll see you.